Hello everyone and welcome back to the Aftermath series. Let us waste no time at all and dive right into this week's episode of Critical Role. So I absolutely loved this episode. You know me, I've said it before, I love it when a whole lot of role-playing action happens, especially when there's like one-on-one conversations. I absolutely love that. I feel like we get so much insight in all of the characters, and this episode delivered. There were like 6 different occasions where different party members had one-on-one conversations, and I absolutely loved it. So let's get right into that. So the huge theme in this episode was reflecting on what the Mighty Nine have done and did in the last episode. Obviously, it was very chaotic. They didn't have a plan. Things kind of fell through, and they tried to make do with what they had, and it sort of worked out in their favor, sort of not, since they did cause a lot of trouble along the way. But the Mighty Nine is now realizing that their actions do have consequences. And I'm sure they already knew that before. However, there wasn't any scenario or situation that came about that really impacted them in such a chaotic way. There was the death of Molly, but that more brought the group together. The act that happened in the previous episode sort of made them realize that, okay guys, we need to stop and actually think about what we're doing before we actually act. And all these conversations sort of started with Caleb back in the beginning of the episode. Bo was trying to sort of vent about it to Caleb, but Caleb was more like, no, we were in the right. They attacked first. He was trying to rationalize, maybe trying to gauge how Bo really felt about it, since he didn't really know. And obviously we learned that Bo was very confused about it. She was not sitting right with her. It wasn't sitting right with anyone, but everyone was sort of afraid to come out about that. Maybe because they didn't know how the others were thinking about it, since everyone sort of just last episode immediately started to go aggressive and to kill all these people. So it's understandable that the party would be hesitant to share their feelings on it, since everyone was so 100% on board with killing everyone without a second thought. But through all these conversations, we start to realize and understand that all of the members did not like what happened at all. Probably especially Caduceus, who was sort of re-evaluating his decision to come here, and seemed like he was re-evaluating like his life choices and his philosophy and all that stuff, since he feels like he doesn't really have a plan anymore. He feels disconnected. He feels he's like he may be on the wrong path, and that was very clear. He even said when he was talking about Yasha, and he said, she's going to be leaving again, and then he said she might have the right idea. So I don't think Clay will leave the group, but it is a very serious thing that's on the table, since he just feels so lost right now. But as the episode progressed, it seemed like he was sort of warming back up to the group a little bit, but we'll have to pay close attention to what Caduceus is thinking and feeling as the story progresses. And then during Bo and Ford's conversation, Bo sort of vented to Ford about the whole thing. She tried with Caleb, didn't work out too well. But then her and Ford had sort of a heart-to-heart conversation. And an interesting topic was using the power they've gained to take shortcuts. That was sort of what Ford brought up. And that's a very interesting idea, considering he is scared of becoming too powerful, is scared of becoming lazy and taking the easy way out. I would say, on average, people might want to become more powerful, to actually take those easy way outs and not having to take the hard way through things. Why do the hard way when you can do the easy way? So it's just an interesting idea that Ford brought up, that he doesn't want to take the easy way out. He wants to slow down and take things one step at a time. And then even Bo shared similar ideas and opinions on that. You would think that she'd be okay with having this power and being able to take down establishments with it, but she does seem to be a bit worried about it, about her own power. And then, despite what Caleb said about he was trying to rationalize what they did and saying that they were in the right, they were not at fault. He did have a conversation with Nat, saying that that was absolutely terrible, and we actually need to, as the other party members were starting to put together, We need to actually start thinking before doing. And he's actually worried about the group splitting apart. Now that's not too like out of whack for Caleb and Nott, since they were the ones who really wanted to make this work. So it only makes sense that they're the ones that are really wanting to keep this family together, as Caleb put it. And they definitely came up with the best idea for that, Caleb faking a heart attack, which they pulled off absolutely flawlessly in the end. It was a beautiful, wonderful moment. And if you guys have seen my Jester and Caleb highlight video from a very long time ago, I sort of played with the idea that Jester had feelings for Caleb, although I do not think she does. And what do you know, she's the first one who rushes in to give a mouth-to-mouth. Now, again, that's not that out there. She's the cleric, she's the most outgoing, so it makes sense that she'd be the first one to do it. But you never know, maybe she actually does have feelings for him. But then just continuing that moment, Caleb being absolutely just red in the face, totally awkward about the whole thing. And then to top it off, the cherry on the top, Bo giving Caleb another hug, except this one was more, I guess, like a comforting hug, an awkward comforting hug. The one they had before was more of like a, all right, we're friends again hug. So this one was more intimate, I guess. But overall, this episode was very intimate, All of these one-on-one conversations that happened just felt very, very real, especially Ford and Jester's. Now, if you guys didn't tear up during that, I don't know what the heck you were doing. But Jester did say something very interesting. She said that sometimes the things that are most beautiful are the ones that hurt you the most. And let's not forget her mother, who Jester has said is like the most beautiful thing ever. So there's kind of a double, not a double meaning, but there's a deeper meaning is the correct word I was looking for. Perhaps Caleb's idea of Jester putting on this facade of being totally happy is just that, a facade. It seems with that line, it's very possible that everything that her mother has done, she does feel a bit pained about it. Maybe she wished she spent more time with them. Maybe she wished she showed her more attention. Whatever the case is, it's possible that she is not, 100% happy. She is very sad and hurt inside her heart. And it was just overall a very, very touching moments between Ford and Jester, looking over that beautiful jellyfish forest. I was really hoping they were going to hold hands or something, but that was just me being the romantic and wanting another adorable moment to happen. Alas, it did not, but that is okay. Hopefully it will in the future. And then one of the other most adorable parts of this episode was Caleb giving Bo the little owl. Oh my god. That was so flippin' cute. Oh my goodness. Just picturing Bo with the little owl and her holding it close and tucking it away in her robe. Oh my gosh, that is just so cute. But the meaning behind it is Caleb has used Frumpkin. He's used it to calm people down, calm himself down as a friend when maybe you don't want to talk to someone, but you just want someone there. And the fact that he's giving it to Bo is actually significant because of what it means to him, which I think will mean also that Caleb is now, okay with Bo again, since, they had that conversation, which sort of made Caleb uneasy about her connections with the monks and all of that stuff. So it looks as though Caleb is coming to terms with that and is trying to make amends, I suppose. And so with all the conversations that happened, with all the doubts they had, with all the, Clay thinking that he's in the wrong group, he's taking the wrong choices, the wrong turns, everyone else sort of reflecting on what they've done, they're trying to keep the group together, and with all that happening throughout the episode, they had the fight in the end where they had to come together once again to save the ship, and they had to work as a team to repair the hull damage that they're taking on water, which just shows that these wandering destinies are meant to be together. And now, with the island in sight, and now the approaching and now cannon-readied ship, we have to assume that that other ship is Captain Ivantika and her band of cultists, as I'm assuming they are, since it seems that she is a follower of this patron of Ford, or perhaps she's not a follower and merely a relic hunter, treasure hunter of some sort, and they've become obsessed with this sort of thing. But now, if we take what we know that Vandarin had this crystal, and now we know that Ford does, and we know that Ford and Vandarin were relatively close. So it's possible that Vandarin was sort of like a guardian or like champion of this patron, and with Vandarin's death, he wanted to pass it on to Ford, which means that Ivantika, I guess, is sort of a maybe not directly affiliated with the patron, but wants to be, and is trying to earn this entity's favor by getting one of these crystals. I don't know. It's all very mysterious. Let me know what you guys think about that, because this is the story arc. This is the main first character story arc we're having. It's going to be Ford and his patron and this little crystal inside his belly. You know, Ford has really been taking charge these past couple episodes, you know, with being the captain of the ship. So I think he's going to want answers. I don't think they're going to try to kill Ivantika right away. Maybe they will. Maybe they will, given what happened in the last few episodes, but also given what they talked about. Hopefully they don't. But we'll see. But with that being said, that is going to wrap up that episode and this week's episode of The Aftermath. I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode of Critical Role as much as I did. And let me know what you guys think below. What did you think of all these one-on-one conversations? Do you prefer the more one-on-one conversations, or do you prefer sort of like group talks or more like combat-based episodes? Do you think Clay might actually leave in the near future, or do you think he's sort of coming to terms with all the chaos that's happening? Do you ship Jester and Caleb as I did, or do you still ship Ford and Jester after their cute little moments they had? What do you think is going to happen with this ship that has approached and is ready to take them down at a moment's notice? Let me know all of your thoughts, comments, and concerns down below in the comments. I love reading those, as I say all the time. Thank you so much for all the support. As you may have noticed, we have reached 1,000 subscribers, and I am absolutely so thankful for all of you guys that have supported me, have commented, viewed, liked, anything at all to get my channel to this point. Never in a million years did I ever think I would get a YouTube channel at 1,000 subscribers. So thank you so much for everything. It really means a lot to me, and the grind continues. I am not stopping anytime soon, so I ask for your continued support. And again, just thank you so much for everything you guys have done. It really does mean a lot to me. And as far as those, I did like an experimental highlight video. I think I do want to continue doing those just because it was really fun to make. I personally think those kinds of videos are very funny. I know some of you did not enjoy the videos as much as the regular highlight videos, but that is okay, because I will still be doing regular highlight videos. But I will also be doing, maybe every now and then, maybe it won't be every week, but if there's like an episode where a lot of funny like sound bites happen, maybe I'll do it then. But it might not be an every week thing. We'll have to see. But I did really enjoy making those videos. So don't worry, you'll still get your regular highlight videos, and then just another day of the week will be like those soundbite videos. And I'll make it clear that they are meant to be soundbite videos. I'll call them like the sounds of Critical Role or something, or the sound bites of Critical Role or something like that. So that way we know it's separate from a regular highlight video. But thank you for all the feedback on that. I know some of you did thoroughly enjoy those as well. But with all that being said, that is going to be it for me today. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and I will see you all next week.